But yeah, it takes a relationship, and God knows who has a relationship and who doesn't. But we all go to the feast. Some of us just don't stay. That's it.
Okay. Very good. I'm going to add one thing. May I add one thing?
Yeah.
Try this experiment. Have someone come up to you and say something really nice. Let me stop. And you're going to feel good. You know, I assume. Would that be fair, Christina?
You would think so.
Yeah.
Now, people like to be acknowledged and
exactly.
be raised up and told that they're great.
Exactly. Now, take that same person
and insult them.
And what do you feel?
You feel anger. You feel hate. You don't want to be around them. You're like, what? Whoa, wait a minute. What did I do? I ain't coming around you again.
Let me present to you what the real Christian difference is. The difference is, in the world, your reaction to people is, as Christina rightly pointed out, a response to, do they love you or hate you or whatever it is, you're responding. But a Christian is different. Christians do more than respond. I want to put it in this way, your relationship to your children or your husband or whoever you love. There's good days and bad days, but you still underlying love them. Christian love isn't just how you're treated. It's like the intimacy of, I still love you. I saw it in a movie once. One person, I forget if it was a man or a woman, was doing a slapping. And the other person kept saying, I still love you, I still love you. And that always impressed me. I'm not saying to be a lapdog. I'm not saying don't stand up for yourself. But if your feelings for someone are only based on what they do and not what they are, then I think you're in a sad position. Christian love is substantial. It's like having children. It's like getting married. It's like whoever in the world, for whatever reason, you have bonded to. And it's not just superficial based on response, which is perfectly natural, by the way. I'm not telling you to be fake and say, oh, everything's wonderful. But there's a greater depth to it. So, okay.
I think there's more to that. Because it's not just loving the person for who they are, you have to also love them for their actions. And if their actions are always negative towards you, you can't love that person for who they are, because you're blinding yourself to their actions toward you. So, I mean, if they're cruel and evil toward you all the time, and you've told them, hey, stop, and you've drawn the line, and they've moved it multiple times, then by all means, walk away. You can love them from a distance. In fact, you can probably love them better from a distance. But you don't have to stay in that type of relationship if they're constantly verbally attacking, emotionally attacking, or physically attacking you. You need to get out, because you need, again, to love yourself first. And God will take care of the rest. So have faith. And that to me is the Christian way. Yeah, you can love someone very, very much, but if their actions are constantly proving that they don't want to be around you, then get away. It's okay. God doesn't want you to stay in that type of relationship where someone's constantly hurting you. And, He wants you to be happy. So you have to do what makes you happy. And when you're happy, the person who's with you is happy. Because the person who's with you can't fill holes that are in you. You need to fill your own holes up. You need to love yourself. And then the person who's with you can love you or you can see them a little bit more clearer and say, I don't like the abuse, and walk away. It's okay. Next.
Okay. Paying taxes to Caesar. Then the Pharisees went and plotted how to entangle him in his works. And they sent their disciples to him along with Herodias, saying, Teacher, we know that you are true and teach the way of God truthfully, and you do not care about anyone's opinion, for you are not swayed by appearance. Tell us then what you think. Is it lawful to pay taxes to Caesar or not? But Jesus answered, aware of their malice, said, why put me to the test? You hypocrites, show me a coin for the tax. And they brought him a denarius, and Jesus said to them, whose likeness and instruction is this? They said, Caesar's.
Inscription.
Inscription is this. They said, Caesar's. But then he said to them, therefore render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God. When they heard it, they marveled, and they left him and went away. Frankly, I wish I could tell you some great insight. I don't get it for this reason. It's obvious. What Jesus is saying is obvious. You render to Caesar, you render to the, as we do in America, as we do in every country, you render to the leaders the things that are theirs. And to God the things that are his. Frankly, his answer is perfect, but my question would be, didn't they add that into the equation when they were thinking how they want to trick him? Because this is not, to me, a trick question. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I guess they weren't thinking at the time.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Or they were trying to get out of paying taxes.
Right, but it's just, I don't know, if you read, the drama, they're going to get these great people and they're going to trick them, Well, friend, this is not, Einstein's equation theory of a hypothesis on the universe. It's just render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's. Jesus didn't come as a rebel in that sense. He came as a rebel to individuals, not to a group or a philosophy. And that's what is forgotten. And it reminds me, if I may just add this one thing, then we'll go on. I listen to a lot of talk radio, left and right. And the one thing that is constant on both sides, what they don't want to deal with, they just put to the side. It doesn't fit into their worldview. Well, that's a shame, because everything needs to fit in, quote, a worldview. As I've said before,